Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with another quick movie review for you for a little film called When Evil Lurks. Here's the synopsis. In a remote village, two brothers find a demon-infected man just about to give birth to evil itself. They decide to get rid of the man, but merely succeed in spreading the chaos. Alright, with that down, let's get into the pros and the cons, starting with the pros. The thing that really jumped out at me at a certain point in time in this film, particularly towards the end, is this movie is freaking mean. And I mean it, seriously, no holds barred, and I'm here for it. I think I've heard the word uncompromising tossed around regarding this film, and yeah, that's a very good word for this film. Uncompromising and unforgiving. And this is only partially illustrated in the gory sequences in this film, and holy shit, do not eat right before you see this movie, don't eat during it, and probably, well, you're just not going to be hungry afterwards. You will lose your appetite because this is one of the most filthy, decrepit, disgusting, holy shit, I'm gonna puke in my own popcorn kind of movies that I've seen in a long time. And you know what? Hats off to the filmmakers, because this was clearly intentional, and the only way they were able to do this was through incredible practical effects and makeup. And the actors definitely made the most of these practical effects, and I just thought that the performances all around were very strong. In particular, the two actors playing the brothers, the main protagonists in this film, I thought that their performances were fantastic. And while the film does have some good scares here and there, I didn't find it to be terrifying per se. Instead, I think it was aiming more for mood and atmosphere, and I did find the film very foreboding and had a lot of dread and tension that was being developed and amped up and sustained for the majority of the film, and that's thanks to the musical score, which I thought was very understated and always lingering and very effective. And with all that down, let's hop into the cons. This is one of those movies for me that, sure, I can kind of nitpick here and there, but there's really one primary complaint, but it runs really deep and tendrils out throughout the film, unfortunately. And that is the writing that I thought was very shoddy and lackluster for a good chunk of the film. But let's unpack this some. First off, there were so many, wait a sec, what the hell happened exactly? Moments for me. And don't worry, I'm not getting into spoilers, I'm going to speak very generally about this, but some examples that come to mind are when two significant characters apparently just exit the film like halfway through the movie, and they never return as far as I could tell, and I have no idea what happened to them. And the main protagonist has a sketchy history that's hinted at, but it's also left totally unclear as far as I could tell, which was super frustrating. There was also way too much exposition in this movie. It was driving me nuts. I mean, at one point there's 7 rules, and it's all explained in a totally expository scene that just felt like it went on forever, and there's also volumes and volumes of folklore that has to be explained. In fact, there is so much folklore background and history that they go into and unpack that I just started thinking halfway through the film, like, dude, are you guys making this up as you go along to fit the narrative that you're trying to tell? And here's the weird thing, despite this, I still was left wondering there most of the time, like, why did certain rules exist? Like no guns? Okay, fair enough, but why? Why no guns? I don't know, maybe they mentioned it in the film and I just missed it, but you know, it wasn't memorable, and I've seen this movie twice. I also started getting fed up with the main protagonist because of the inexplicable and idiotic decisions that he was making throughout the film. It was just driving me crazy. I mean, he just doesn't listen. Like, why not? There's no good reason not to listen to someone that knows what the hell they're talking about. Do what they tell you, man. And lastly, with regards to the writing, they do allude to some macro effects that are going on in this film, but they don't really ever show it, which was super frustrating because it's like, you guys hinted at it, you kind of talked about it, but I'm still totally confused. This film definitely has elements of The Elderly, The Sadness, and It Comes at Night, in particular the kind of mean-spiritedness of It Comes at Night. And while the writing did very much hinder my appreciation for the film, I think that the filmmakers did a very good job in most other aspects of the filmmaking, so I gotta give When Evil Lurks a 7 out of 10. But those are just my thoughts, take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Have you seen this movie yet? I think it's coming out on Shudder and AMC Plus pretty soon in the next week or two. Let me know down in the comments section if you're excited about this. Let's talk about it. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later. later.
Hey, man, get off my case, man.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.